Part two of my nightmare mold story. So where we left off was the fact that I was cleaning the entire house. As soon as I was done, I sent an email to management, and this was about like 10 o'clock at night. And no, May 27th of last year was also Memorial Day. So the office was closed, but regardless of it was outside of their office hours. So immediately the next day, they stopped by. But one thing that I do want to note, this pretty little section down here where I state, can you please arrange for a professional inspection and mold remediation service to address this problem as soon as possible? Not maintenance, not management, but a professional. Things just continued to get worse. Like, these are my son's clothes that were in the same closet as the car seat. The more I cleaned, the worse it got. And I was cleaning with a lot of bleach. So at this point, we were all on one side of the house. My son was forbidden to leave my room, let alone get off my bed. My dog was outside. And one precautionary measure that I had taken was that I had switched my AC unit from fan auto so that it, because it like circulates, it opens, closes whenever, depending on like the temperature, whatever. I don't know how it works, whatever. But I switched it from fan auto to fan on so that it could circulate consistently with the intention of getting the fumes and the bleach and all the other stuff out of the air faster so that my kids can come inside and be free as they deserve. Management showed their pretty little faces the next day and they walked my apartment. I showed them my son's clothes. I showed them the car seat. I showed them everything. And one section in specific, they took this vent off and looked at it and they were like, oh, it's just mildew. Or just wipe everything down. And then again, they peeped my AC and seen that it was on fan on instead of fan auto, which just means the air is still continuously circulating because when we went to bed, it was still very potent, right? It needed to clear out. So that was their instructions. Wash your clothes with vinegar, wipe down everything with the same type of vinegar, get some mildew remover or whatever from the store, and you're good to go. And then they also insinuated that the reason for said mildew and all the pictures I just showed you, everything I just showed you, the reasoning for it was my AC settings that I had just turned on less than 24 hours prior to their visit. So of course, I'm looking at them real lopsided, like, y'all can't be serious. Like, you really can't. Now, I will disappear off the screen in just a second, just in case anybody wants to read this, but I called them out on it. Okay, like, be so for real. The settings were only changed after the mold was discovered. So how can the settings in the AC unit be the cause of said mold? Like, and you can't just sit there and say it's just mildew when it's literally everywhere. And at this point, I had gotten really sick. Like, not only was my son diagnosed with pneumonia, but I also had a really bad case of pneumonia in my left lung. And I was barely functioning at this point. And I am showing this just so you can see the date. This was about June 6th. So from May 27th to June 6th, that's where we are. And again, at the bottom there, I again requested a professional mold inspector.